Hello and welcome to the classroom. Sue, come out and say hi to our friends. I hope you had a great weekend. Today, F is for family. So we're going to make a picture of our family. You draw it and we'll make a picture frame to put it in. We'll also be doing some 3D shapes because families come in all shapes and sizes. And we'll also be doing a story. It's about Peppa Pig's family. Are you ready to get started? Okay, me too. First, though, we need to feed Fred. You know, our pets can be part of our family. Hi, Fred. Do you have any pets? Okay, well, now that we've fed our class pet, Fred, let's turn around and do our calendar time. I'm using a candy cane pointer today. The month is December. And how are we going to count today? We're going to whisper. Sometimes there are baby brothers or sisters in a family. And when they take a nap, you have to be quiet, right? So let's whisper as we count these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Today is December 18th. Can you say today's date? December 18th. If you go all the way up to the top of the calendar, you can see today starts with the letter M. So what day must it be? Monday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, and tomorrow will be Tuesday. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Well, it's time to look outside and see what your weather is like today. Is your weather sunny or rainy, cloudy or windy, snowy? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear. We're going to put on, let's see, some pants for Weather Bear and a shirt and a coat and a hat. It's cold today. And what is the season? It's fall. Did you know we're going to have a brand new season begin this week on Thursday? Well, that was our calendar time, and now it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter is the letter F. Letter F is for family. Do you have a letter F in your name? If your name has letter F, stand up. If your name has letter F, stand up. If your name has letter F, if your name has letter F, if your name has letter F, stand up. Well, today we're going to decorate F with fingerprints. You know, we might look like the people in our family. We might not look like the people in our family, but regardless, each of us is unique and have our own set of fingerprints. So I have some finger paint. Well, this is really watercolor paint, but I dipped my finger into some water and then into the paint, and I pressed it onto my letter F. I put my fingerprints on letter F today. Maybe if you have time, you can get a fingerprint from everybody in your family. That would be fun. Well, now that we can recognize letter F, we're going to practice writing it. To make the big uppercase capital letter F, you're going to make a line that comes straight down and then go back up to the top and make a line across and across. So let's practice that. You can use handwriting paper if you'd like to. The link is below to get a copy of this. Make a line that goes down and then go across, across. Down, across the top, across the middle. Down, across, across. Down, across, across. That's how you make the big letter F, and you can practice those today. The little letter F looks like a candy cane. So let's make a candy cane like this. Curve around this way and straight down. Put a line in the middle. Candy cane, across. Candy cane, across. So that's the little letter F. Let's practice. Okay, make a candy cane and then a line across. Candy cane across. Candy cane across. Candy cane across. Candy cane across. So practice your little F's and your big F's today. Here is a sticker for you because I know you're doing a great job. That's for your handwriting paper. Well, now it's time to talk about the sound that letter F makes. Letter F makes the sound F. One of the things that families do together is celebrate each other's birthdays. So letter F sounds like you're blowing air, like when you blow out a birthday candle, but just put your top teeth on your bottom lip before you blow. Can you make your finger like a candle? Letter F says, it's really just like air. Sounds like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Well, let's take that letter sound and let's do some blending with it. If you're not ready for blending, you just focus on the letter sound. F says, as in family. What are the vowels? You want to help me sing the song? A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. I put letter F in front of each of the vowels, and we're going to blend these sounds together and read some real words. Letter F says, and letter A says, ah, ah, ah. If you're not sure about the vowel letter sounds, the link below will help you to know what those sounds are using some Vowel People stick puppets. Let's blend. Ah, ah, fa, fa, like family. Let's do the next one. Eh, fe, fe. Let's put a letter D at the end. We learned about letter D last week. Do you remember what letter D sounds like? It sounds like knocking on the door. D, 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 d. Go back to the starting line. Fed, fed, fed. We fed Fred. All right, let's do the next one. Fe, fe, fe. I'm going to teach you a new special reading rule. S and H together make one sound. SH together makes the sound shh, like when the baby is sleeping and you need to be very quiet. Shh, be quiet. Your baby brother or sister might be napping. Shh. So let's see if we can read this word. Fish, 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 fish. Okay, let's do the next one. F and O. Ah, fa, fa, like fog. Last one. Oh, fa, fa. I'm going to put a letter N at the end, and let's read this real word. I know that N says as in no. Fun, fun, fun. You did a great job. That was our letter and reading time. And now it's time for math. For math today, we're going to be looking for missing numbers on the number line. I can see Peppa Pig's family and friends on this page. Uh-oh, they're hiding some of the numbers. So we're going to find out which number is hiding. Let's start right here at the beginning. 0, 1. Uh-oh, there's a missing number. What comes after 1 but before 3? 1, 2. 2 is the missing number. Okay, let's do the next one. Help me count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh, there's a missing number. What number is it? It comes after 8, but before 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, let's do the next one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, missing number. What comes after 4, but before 6? 5. Good job. Okay, let's do the last one. George is hiding one of the numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the missing number? 7. And then 8, 9, 10. Well, you did a great job today finding all the missing numbers that Peppa's family and friends were hiding. Well, now it's time for us to do some shape practice. Families come in all shapes and sizes, and today we're going to talk about 3D shapes. 3D shapes are not flat, they're fat. That means you can hold them in your hand. So here we see a cube. A cube has squares on all sides. Can you spot some cubes on these pictures? Cube. Point to the cubes. There's one. There's one. And there's one. Good job. You found the cubes. Next, we're going to look for spheres. Can you say sphere? A sphere is like a ball. Not a circle because a circle is flat. A sphere is round all around. You can hold it. It's 3D. Let's find all the spheres. There's one. There's one. Yes, you found it. Good job. Next, we're going to find pyramids. A pyramid has triangles on all 4 sides and a square at the bottom. Can you find all the pyramids? Good. A pyramid comes to a point at the top. Good. And good job. Wow, good job finding the pyramids. Next, this girl is holding a rectangular prism. Can you find all the rectangular prisms? There are rectangles on all the sides or squares at the ends. There's one. And there's one. Good. There's one and there's one. This is a cylinder. Can you find all the cylinders? I found one. A cylinder is round all around with a circle at the top and the bottom. We found the cylinders. This is a hemisphere. A hemisphere is half of a sphere. Can you find all the hemispheres? Good. Very good. You found the hemispheres. Very good. This is a triangular prism. Can you find all the triangular prisms? They kind of look like a tent shape. Very good. There's one. And there's one. It's just turned a different way. And there's one. And there's one. Very, very good. This shape is a cone. A cone like an ice cream cone or party hat. Can you find all the cones? There's one. And there's one. And there's one. And there's one. Good job. You did a great job with 3D shapes. Well, it's time for us to go over to art. We're going to make a picture frame for our family picture. Let's go, everyone. So for art today, we're going to make a family picture frame. Let me show you how to do it. We are at the art table. I have popsicle sticks, and I just took a piece of paper and drew a picture of my family, and you draw your family picture too. And then you could take some popsicle sticks and make a frame. Make it look like a house like this. And then you can glue it together, and you have a special picture frame to put your family's picture in. So that is our art project for today, a picture frame for our family photo that we draw. It's time for story time, and today's book is called The Story of Peppa. There's a picture of Peppa Pig's family, just like we're making today for art. Once upon a time, there was a lovable, slightly bossy little piggy named Peppa. More than anything in the whole wide world, Peppa loved jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Mommy Pig was Peppa's mommy. She was very wise about most things. Mommy Pig would say, "Peppa, when you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots." Daddy Pig was Peppa's daddy. He loved eating cookies, and he had a big round tummy. When Daddy Pig jumped in muddy puddles, he made a very big muddy splash. When Peppa's little brother George was born, Peppa helped look after him. And as soon as George was old enough, Peppa taught him how to jump in muddy puddles. "George," Peppa said, just like Mommy, "if you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots." George liked muddy puddles, but he liked his toy Mr. Dinosaur more. Even though George couldn't speak yet, he could say one word very well. "Dinosaur! Grr!" Sometimes Peppa got a little annoyed with George. "George," she would sigh, "why do you always say dinosaur for everything? It's so boring." One day, Peppa, George, Mommy, and Daddy Pig got into their little car and drove to their new house on top of a little green hill. Peppa was excited about the new house, but she was very excited about the very wet and extremely muddy puddles in the yard. Beep, beep. "Can we go up and jump in muddy puddles?" asked Peppa. "It's nearly time for bed, Peppa," replied Mommy. "You'll have to wait until tomorrow." Peppa and George woke up very early the next morning and went to find Mommy and Daddy Pig. "Can we please go outside and jump in muddy puddles now?" Peppa asked excitedly. "We're going to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house today, Peppa," replied Mommy sleepily. "You can jump in puddles there." After breakfast, it was time to leave, so Peppa and her family jumped into their little car. "Ready?" asked Daddy Pig cheerily. "Yes, Daddy Pig," everyone answered back. "Then let's go," shouted Daddy Pig. "Yippee!" cried Peppa. She couldn't wait to get to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house and jump in muddy puddles. The family soon arrived at Granny and Grandpa's house. Peppa and George were very excited. They loved going to visit Granny and Grandpa Pig. "Granny Pig, Grandpa Pig," cried Peppa. "Gangi egg, ba egg," shouted George. "Hello, my little ones," answered Granny Pig. "Come inside." "Granny," said Peppa, "can I jump in muddy puddles, please?" "I think Grandpa Pig has something to show you first, Peppa," said Granny Pig. Peppa was a little disappointed. She really wanted to jump in muddy puddles. Grandpa Pig took Peppa and George to visit his vegetable garden. "This is where I grow my vegetables," said Grandpa Pig. "First, I plant some seeds." "Can we eat your yummy vegetables, Grandpa?" asked Peppa, forgetting all about muddy puddles. We have to wait for them to grow a bit bigger, replied Grandpa. Oh, gasped Peppa excitedly. Suddenly there was a loud bang. Oh dear, gasped Grandpa Pig. That was thunder. That means it's going to rain. We should hurry inside before we get wet. Peppa, George, and Grandpa Pig ran inside as fast as they could to get out of the rain. Peppa and George watched the rain splish, splash, splosh down the window. Suddenly, George began to cry. Don't cry, George, said Peppa. It's only rain. But George wasn't crying because it was raining. George was crying because he had lost Mr. Dinosaur. Peppa searched upstairs. Peppa searched downstairs. Peppa even searched in the toilet. But she couldn't find Mr. Dinosaur anywhere. Just then, she had an idea. Peppa ran outside and found a very wet Mr. Dinosaur in Grandpa's very muddy vegetable garden. She ran inside and gave Mr. Dinosaur to George. George was very happy. The rain has stopped, cried Peppa. What can we do now? I have a good idea, Peppa, said Daddy Pig, pointing outside. Hooray, cheered Peppa, seeing the muddiest puddles ever. Peppa had been so busy looking at Grandpa's vegetables and searching for Mr. Dinosaur, she'd forgotten all about jumping in puddles. Peppa loved jumping up and down in muddy puddles more than anything in the whole wide world. All of Peppa's family loved jumping up and down in muddy puddles more than anything in the whole wide world. And there they are together as a family having fun. The end. Well, F was for family today, and have some fun with your family. And I'll see you tomorrow for G is for goats. We'll read The Three Billy Goats Grew Up. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day.